structures in place. The example that I gave was for one township in Huron County. The name of that township is Bloomfield Township. It's a very small, I should say it's a very lightly developed, lightly populated township in Huron County. They have I don't know what their millage rate is, but over 15 years, over a 15-year period, one 2-megawatt turbine valued at $2.4 million. Now, it could be more than that, could be less, but let's say that's the middle of the road, $2.4 million, located in Bloomfield Township, would bring in more than $480,000 in tax revenue. That tax revenue would be for the operation millage of a township. I believe that's 2 mills or slightly more than 2 mills. There's the county millage rate, which is slightly more than 4 mills. There's any special assessed millage rates out there, schools, roads.
Do they pay the school operating millage?
Not school operating, no.
That's the big one, the 36 mills.
Well, it would either be 6 mills for homestead or an additional 24 for non-homestead. You're right, no. It pays debt retirement, it pays for schools, it pays sinking funds for schools, pays for hospitals, it pays for libraries, it pays for extra voted road millage, police millage, fire millage, so on.
I agree with you. I think anything can be done with a plan. This is fine. I think you can hear me.
Yeah, but let me ask a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anybody else on the planning commission want to ask specific questions?
Would you kind of fill us in on the demographic of where all these people are located? Are they clustered in groups, or did your agriculture split off into acre lots and have residents built out in the country?
I think every community has that rural development out there
that deals with the 1 acre parcel, or somebody from the city who wanted his slice of heaven out in the county, out in the country, and has been able to purchase either a 10 acre parcel or a 5 acre parcel or a 20 acre parcel or a 1 acre parcel and build a dream home. I think we see that throughout Huron County. But when you're looking at this general area here, you're looking at areas where there's a lot of agricultural lands. That would be the primary areas where there's a predominance of signed easements or leases. That's why I wanted to demonstrate the areas of interest by ovals. Doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't areas of interest here or here or here or down here. It just means the highest density of those properties that those property owners who have volunteered their land are in areas where the ovals are situated. Could be others, but is there scattered housing in those areas? There is some. Huron County has a population of 32,000 people. It's not many. Bloomfield Township, the township I cited, has about 501 persons living in that township. Now, the Michigan Wind 1 township, where there's 41 turbines in Bingham Township, that includes the village of Ubley. There's roughly 1,400 to 1,500 people in that township. And in many instances, those turbines set closer to the village limits than perhaps what they should be, but from a overall perspective of new development, we're looking at the areas that generally have more farmland and less development.
First, I want to say I apologize if I offended you, Mr. Lundburg. I get very passionate about the health, safety, and welfare interests of the citizens of Riga. The stakes are very high. Just have a simple question. The number you quote on the tax revenue is quite a bit in contrast with what, I believe you know Mr. Brian Dickens from Oliver Township. I think he's the head of their planning commission. I I got a letter from him in my document somewhere that suggests their annual revenue on, what do they get, like 32 turbines in Oliver Township, I think. Their annual revenue is about $84,000. It's just a big difference from what you're saying. Is there a way to reconcile that?
They have 27 turbines. Those 27 turbines are tax abated, so they get half the revenue,
The IFT.
the IFDs.
And they do all qualify for the IFT if they want it, correct?
Not from moving forward, they do not, sir.
When
No.
will that change?
That was changed last year. They have 27 turbines.
Okay.
Real quick, you mentioned there's a criteria used in picking and choosing your districts. Could you let us know what those were? So,
Under county zoning. Correct. This is the overlay concept. The overlays are created